Hey, hi all, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to cover a Power Automate project. So this project specifically takes data from the Power BI. It uses some filter based on those data sets and then sends a custom email on a weekly basis to the sales leader that how their accounts have been performing compared to the last year. So, for example, in this snapshot, we can see that these are the customers for the LATAM regions which have a delta of greater than $1,000. So these account for specifically, for example, this GR15670, this is a Jim Rat account. Last year, it had done a business of $2,000. This year, it has close to 600. So we are down by $1,508. So basically, it identifies which other customer that is going down over $1,000. It sends the details to the regional lead. So for that, we will just quickly walk you through to the Power BI dashboard that we have built. Uh, this is a summary page that shows on a month and month by category, subcategories, by breakdown by customer market. We have a details page that shows that market segment, which category is performing and across the months. And then this is the variance view. So that was we were discussing earlier that this is a page that we want to set and cadence on a weekly basis that for each market leader should be getting their own customized email. So for that, what we would be needing is that we would be needing an Excel file where we are going to tag the markets. For reference, I have tagged all those four markets to my email ID and I've just kept a name. After that, we are going to use Power Automate to create a flow. So first of all, we will go to create section. We are going to use scheduled flow and we are going to give it a name. Let's say scheduled weekly variance. We want this flow to run on every Friday. So we will make 70 and we want it to run from 31st. We are going to click on this create. This will create based on our requirements. We can further customize it that at which time we want to send and which time zone. And then we are going to use that Excel file. So we are going over here, this list rows present connector location. That Excel file is currently on my SharePoint. So I'm just going to select that specific SharePoint over there. And then we are going to select the folder. Under global superstore, this is the file. It was under table 1, so we are going to use this as a table 1. Now once we have loaded those files, what we want is that the Power Automate should fetch Power BI dashboard and then filter the pages. So we are going to use export to function of connector. So we are going to use over here, we are going to identify the workspace. It is into my workspace. Report name is global superstore sales. And if we will expand this advanced parameter, we'll see a couple of columns, like we want this to be in PDF format. Under that, we will be seeing this report level filter, pages level filters, and then identity. So we'll start with this report level filters. So if you will see, our dashboard data is taking values from this table, global superstore 2, and we want to this dashboard table to be filtered based on the market column. So what we are going to do over here is that we are going to map this table market column. So we will be doing over, sorry, and the report label filters, we're going to use global superstore 2. We are going to use that market column equal to. Now what we want over here is that whatever values over there in that Excel file, for those all values I want to send an email. So we are going to filter the dashboard data based on all these Excel files. So once it will filter for LATAM, then EU, then US, and then APAC. Once we have done that, I don't want to send the overall PDF with 4 pages. I want the specific this page to be sent. So if you will see under the summary page, this is the unique page address of this dashboard. So for variance view, we have this address 894. We're just quickly going to copy this part over here and then we are going to paste it. Once we have done that, we will just add a small connector, send an email. Let's say, and then we are going to use, so I have a shared emails connected to this one. Yeah, I'm just going to pick this two. Since in that Excel file we have already tagged that these are the zonal leaders and their email ID, so we are going to utilize that as one subject. Let's say weekly variance report, and then we want to identify it for which market it is. So here And then high, we have in that Excel file the zonal leaders names over there. Please find the weekly variance report. And now in this email, we wanted to attach variance report as a PDF. So we are going to select this market and then as a PDF. And here we are going to use this file content. And then we are going to click on the save. And we are going to test it. So I'll just click on this test. We are going to run it manually. Click on the test. And we will click on this run flow. And here in run history, we can see that this flow have started, and then we can see that it has list all the rows in this table. So for example, here it has list all the 4 rows. In Excel file also there were only 4 rows. And yeah, it's here in this dashboard we had multiple markets, but since we only want those 4 rows to get filtered, so the flow have only captured those specific 4 rows. So meanwhile the system loads runs this flow, I am going to load up my Outlook account. And yes, so you can see that I have a Outlook account over here, and yeah, just right now it has sent the first report. Hi Joe, please find the weekly variance report for the market LATAM. So we are going to quickly see for LATAM it is show. Yeah, so it has currently picked the leaders. And then we are going to see tally the numbers. So for LATAM, we had a total of $8,612 for this year and 149,000 for the last year. So we are going to use this one. Atom, yeah, so the numbers are tallying. So the flow is correctly picking the specific page out of all those 4. Then it is also filtering this data, what was required as we have tagged in this Excel file. So we will just cross check on another region. So refresh this one. Yeah, for US it has also sent. So for first we will show for US it has tagged to Naval, and for Europe it is tagged to Kathy. So we'll just check in the Excel. EU it is Kathy, US it is Naval. Okay, we are just quickly tally the US one. So report US. We had 9634 and $150,000. So for US, we have 9634 and 150,000. So all the logic is working perfectly. So now currently, if you can see this mailbox, so this is pretty simple, and we wanted to customize it based on, we are going to customize it based on the HTML. So what we are going to do over here is that we will just click on this edit part. Yeah. And then we are going to add one more step. So currently, we are already capturing this export to file in a PDF format. So we are going to capture this right now in the image format, and then in send an email, we are going to customize this mail body. So now instead of using the manual text, we will going to switch to code view, and here we are going to paste certain codes. And what it exactly does is that it picks now the dynamic high, and this what is the leader name, which is the market it is, and then we are using the data URI. So basically we are going to embed the whole dashboard page into a mail body only. We are quickly going to save this, and then we are going to test it. And now if you click on this manually, we're going to click on the test and then click on this run flow. So now I'll just go back to this screen, and now so it has loaded all the 4 rows, and then we will see which is currently the old emails. So we'll wait for a couple of minutes, and once the email has been sent, we'll come back. And here we can see that the flow have sent one email. So we are quickly going to have a view. Let's say it is picking right name over there. It is picking the name of the market. It is giving some insights that is having delta of more than 1000 is filtered. And in the mail module, it is pasting all those clients values. and it is also clickable, I think, URL link. If you click on this one, the page is going to redirect, and yes, it is going to redirect us back to that Power BI dashboard. And here we can see the details. So we will just quickly check for a couple of more regions. So like let's say EU also it has sent, and here it is also picking the right names. And the numbers are also based on 24 and 235. We'll just quickly check for the EU. That's 24 and 235. Yeah, so that was the whole purpose of this Power Automate project. So in our next video, what we are going to cover is that once we get all those filtered data into the flow, now instead of sending it as an embedded image or as a PDF, how we can send them those specific rows, and how we can add multiple conditions over here. Like currently we are just filtering it out with greater than $1,000. We can have multiple conditions over here. So thanks all. Thanks for watching this video. Have a good day.